you know what, just let's do something where I'm comfortable. This is my living room, just so you know. So I have like, if you go here, like wait, if you go like, because I live basically on tatami. So
Oh,
here is my like
wow.
hamaka over there. I kind of like, no, what did I just do? Switched it again. So this is like hamaka that I kind of like chill, listen to music, one painting, it's kitchen. And here I project basically movies because the project is over there, and I just bring my mattress here always. So I sleep on tatami. You know, I don't have a bed, so it's kind of weird.
You
But
know, it's
what?
funny. You're so global. It's like a very Asian flair, and you do Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and you have
Yeah,
African music, and you do Czech pop music. It's like the whole world in Prague.
that's yeah, man. I never thought about it this way, but yeah, I never thought about it this way. It's just like because when I was traveling, it was just like I was cherry picking stuff that I liked, you know, from around the world. So when I was in Japan, I really liked just like sitting on tatami and just like you know they in those old ryokans in when we were in Kyoto, they basically they sit on the floor and they have like you know like low sized tables that are only like 40 centimeters high. So I let that one. Right now, it's being done so that have it also as well. So when I have friends over, we don't have a table, so we're gonna have a basically Japanese table. So it's gonna be so you're basically gonna be sitting like this, and the table is gonna be like this big. It's gonna be on tatami. It's gonna be eating like that. So it's just everything is. So I kind of like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right.
We're
Yeah.
gonna call you Mr. Worldwide, okay? This
It's,
is beyond Eurovision. This is global vision here right now. Omaga.
oh my
OMG. Oh
god.
my god. Benny Cristo, hello.
What's up? What's up? What's up, Willie?
It is so good to see you. Thank you for that home tour just now. You live this amazing life where you're kind of eating all the flavors of the world.
Yeah, man, I wish I was so good in with words as you are, man. Because it's like you just like I would love to be described this way. And now when you said it, because like I'm just you know like doing these things, and now when you said it, I was like, yeah, it sounds cool. But it's just I don't know. It's not really anything special. It's just yeah.
Before we dive into your Eurovision song Omaga, I'm hoping we could rewind a little to last year when Eurovision was canceled. What were you thinking at that moment?
What was I thinking when the Eurovision was canceled? See, the thing is that when I was writing Kemama, I was imagining like performing it, and without the actual performance, the song itself wasn't really like cutting it, even for me, because I was trying to, not that I was doing it for Eurovision to succeed in Eurovision, but I was just doing it so that I can have a good feeling when I'm on stage in front of a lot of people. That's how I was writing the song. I wanted to tell something about myself and stuff. And I was focusing on like, if I was, you know, on a world stage, what would I want to say? And now all it came down to was basically that music video that didn't really like explain anything about, you know, like me, and it didn't show like the energy, current energy that I would like to, you know, like give to the people at that moment. So it was just kind of like unfulfilled. That's how I was kind of feeling. But yeah, man, I never mourned for too long. So I was just like, all right, man, that's what it is.
And were you hopeful that the Czech team would call you and say, please come back?
uh, Honestly, when I was like when I saw the full extent of what was happening, you know, in the world around this, at one point I was so because I'm really sensitive person. I like if I see that something bad's happening, I live it. You know what I mean? I'm like, this is sad. So at one point, I didn't even occur to me to think about Eurovision at all. Like I was thinking more about like, what are we gonna do? How's my, you know, like my family, my distant family, my sister in
Of
LA?
course.
How's she gonna be doing? You know, like how I take care of her in case she goes wrong and stuff like that. And I was more focused on like, are we all gonna be all right? Like, are we gonna go through it? So like my first thoughts, even like the first couple months, were not even about Eurovision. That was the last. I'm sorry to say that, but it was the
No,
least
of
of my
course.
problems. You know, I was more focused on like, are we gonna be all right? How we get through this? What can we do to, you know, like support people as artists? You know, if we can get out some like good vibes and just cheer people up a bit. So it was more about that. Yeah, at that point.
And do you think this whole pandemic has maybe reinvested you in music? Like, does it make you appreciate your kind of career and your talents more?
Well, talent is subjective. I'm not gonna be, you know, like I don't want to say it like, but it has definitely like it has given me time to work on myself, and I think that reflects on the art form as well. Like it reflects on the music itself. So I was able to focus more or on specific, like songs that I've been working on rap, on pop, on funk, on whatever genres that I'm doing, and yeah, I was able to work on the craft itself. So that was definitely good.
And Omaga, when
Oh my
did you
god.
start working on this song?
I'm like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. Why don't you come over and have it? Why don't you let me have it? Like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. Oh my God, why don't you let me have it? Oh my God, oh my God.
When I was working on the song, somewhere in the summer 2020. I met this amazing producer called Filip Vlček, who's now being a really good friend of mine. And I remember I was in the kitchen. We were just working on a random. We were just like, yo, let's do a session because like we really clicked. Like we were like somewhere on some like evening, some like event. We really clicked. And I was like, let's just do something. Just so he came into my place for like a session, like music session. And then he was just with the guitar in the living room, and I was in the kitchen, and I was just like. Da, 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 da. And I just like ran towards it. I was like, yo, bro, I have this like idea for like a rhythm and like like notes or whatever melody. And he was just like, yeah, he was singing, and then I just like saying this, and then he just started like piling up and layering on top of it and stuff, and it's just starting to grow into like massive sounds. Like, yo, this is really good. We're supposed to be doing something for. At that time, they were already like, yo, are you working on something for the Eurovision? Like, you've been selected. I was like, wow, okay, but you don't push me. I don't know. It has to happen. And I was just like, yo, this song kind of like. Yeah, it's starting to bang. Let's think about it as one of the options, and yeah, that's how it started. Yeah.
And how long was the process from that moment to completion?
It was actually, honestly, it was until like, like, let's say 3-4 weeks ago, like, and
Wow.
until that time, we were still like cherry picking instruments, words. I was cutting out a lot. I didn't want to use I did a lot of damn I didn't want to use the but like nothing felt as good as the shit, and shit shouldn't be there. So like the was next close thing. Like you could do. I did a lot of dumb things. It was just those little things. Like the easier you want to make in my head. Yeah, obviously I'm not saying that I'm like have the blueprint to make a like a song that I like, but every word I was thinking about every word. I just wanted to make sure that it's not too much, not too much. I didn't want to think too much and stuff. But I don't know if you want to talk about like the songwriting, we can. But it was like a long process basically. Like it could have been done like super fast within like a week, but then later on I would be listening to it and I wouldn't like certain words anymore.
And the most important word or phrase, of course, is Omaga. When
Yeah.
did you come up with that specific phrase and title?
So the phrase was actually a feeling. It was because like we basically did like the first part of the song, and I had in my head I said like, and now I'm gonna be very specific. I didn't do it to like to please anyone. I did it to like enhance. Like I kind of like learned that like that I had 1 year to see like what's happening in Eurovision. What is it about? Like you guys are, it always has to evolve, and I get it. You have 3 minutes. You need to progress. You need to like take it somewhere else. I was like, where do we take it? How do we take it? And I was just like, and it just kept stuck in my head. This is like, just be honest with it. So it's just like, oh my god, oh my god. Yes, I just wanted to just be honest. You say, yo, you're beautiful. Like whoever you are, whatever's happening. Like, oh my god, don't worry about it. You get it. You got it. So it was just like expression of a moment that was just like, oh my god, and it just felt good. I was just like, I can imagine like people chanting this. I can imagine like people having fun with this kind of phrase. So that's how it started, like the actual thing. And then when it comes to the title of the song, it's just like the most common thing to call it would be OMG, right? Because that makes sense. Because oh my God, you don't want to write oh my God because it's just like I think that's just too much. And I really like those like one catchy kind of different weird word. And then OMG was like a low hanging fruit, and I didn't want to go for it. Like I love when I'm original in something. And even Kemama was basically okay mama. I could have written okay mama and everybody would understand, but nobody understood Kemama. And everyone said, why is Kemama? What's Kemama? But it got stuck, I believe, in some, at least in some people's heads. And the same I wanted to do for this song, because I think it deserves like creativity in every aspect of it. So I was just like, why am I gonna go for OMG if I can like come up with some own words? So I was just like, how does it, if you say oh my God, like how does it sound? That sounds like oh my God. That sounds like a word. So let's make it a word. And everybody was just like, yo, but this doesn't exist. This is weird. It sounds like Omega. It's like, yeah, so what? Omega is not a bad word, but this is oh my God, it's better, it's more clingy, it's better. Let's just do it. And like, now they're not gonna get it. I'm like, so what? So I'll explain to them. I have a whole year to explain it. I don't care. So that's how it came. So I just wanted to, I don't know, again, be different. I love it. I love when I'm doing something differently, and when some people don't like it, I just love it.
And it is, of course, how people talk. Like, oh my God, when you think about it, you hear it a lot. That's how people actually would write it if they recorded themselves talking.
Yeah.
What we love about your music is you do play on words. So like the K, mama, oh my God, lips, apocalypse. You know, there's rhyming. It's very clever. I'm curious, is the song autobiographical? Are you singing about yourself and mistakes you've made?
Yes. Oh, hell yes, William. Oh, hell yes. This is super autobiographic. This is, by the way, a very hard word. I don't know why you said it. I'm joking, but hell. Autobiographic.
There you go. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, it is, man. So about the songwriting, I last year with Kemama, I wanted to just I was like hyped about it. I was just like, yo, I'm gonna be in front of so many people. I just want to say something about myself. I wanna say about like what I've been through, and I wanted to be like me is about like like what I've been through has been so hard. I just wanted to express myself, and so I got that out of the way. And I was like, you can't do the same thing again, next year. You just have to. And plus, everybody's been through so much. Nobody cares about your problems, man. Like, everybody has problems. Everybody's dealing with so much more shit, Forget it. Like, forget about, like, all your shit. Forget about all your worries. And just, like, let's just give straight up positive energy and just, like, put one story that you think that, like, not just you have been through. And, like, what's been happening to me is I'm a single man. In the lockdown, I just wanted to meet people. I just wanted to, like spend time with people. I genuinely just want to have fun. So that's what the lyrics are about. Just like, yo, just come over. I don't care. People are like, they got all kinds of excuses and all of that. I'm like, yo, it don't matter. Just come by. That's so fun. So that was kind of like the vibe. I just wanted to just, yeah, I was on Tindr for a while. I was just like, because you can't meet people. You can't meet, honestly, you can't, like, if I'm walking on the street, I don't even see people without the mask. You know what I mean? So actually, there's more people on Tindr that I can see, like new people. Even like, you know what I mean? Like somehow, even like these kind of like applications became the street in certain extent. You know what I mean? Like I get to meet, it's not even for like a relationship or even like those, like one night stands or whatever. It's just like, yo, hi, what's up? You're interesting. You look good. Have fun. Just a random match. We're never gonna see each other, but I'm just like, yo, you look good. Have fun. Yo, bye. And I swiped to other person. I was like, yo, what's up? You look good. Chill. Bye. That kind of like, because I'm a social person, like I can be locked down for like 3-4 months and not see anybody but my family and close friends. I did that, but after that, you're like, yo, okay, what's up? What's happening here? What's happening? Like, I just need to meet people, man. So, yeah. So that's what the song is about.
People would be surprised to hear Benny Cristo is on Tindr. Be careful now. All the Eurofans are going to be logging on and swiping for you.
Yeah. No, man. I was thinking about, like, if I want to talk about it, but then I was just like, I really don't care this year anymore. I don't care about anything. I just want to be honest, and I want to have fun. So, yeah, I was on Tindr, still on Tindr. I don't care. Like, and it's not... forget it. It's just I don't care.
Honestly, don't care.
And there's a lyric in Czech in the song, about 1 minute and 15 seconds in. What are you saying?
Můžeš bejt u mě klidně, můžem dělat
Můžeš být u mě klidně, můžem dělat jakoby. So basically, so it goes. Můžeš být u mě klidně. Můžeš means you may. Můžeš být u mě klidně means we can be at my place, no problem. Můžem dělat jakoby means we can pretend as if. And then you have the words, there ain't no apocalypse as long as you're here, man. So basically I'm saying like, we can be at my place, we can pretend as if there is no apocalypse, as long as you're here on my lips. So that's the wordplay.
It's quite
Yeah, so I
poetic,
just wanted to-
actually.
Sorry?
It's poetic in a way.
Well, bro, it's like kindergarten poetry, but it's still poetry. Yeah, I didn't want to. I'm not a. When it comes to English, I'm not a Shakespeare. I wanted to write it myself, so I didn't want to have anybody else doing it. So I was just like, yo, Ben, if these are your options, if this is where you are mentally, and like when it comes to sophistication of your language, then that's what it is. Just go for it. Just at least it's gonna be you. I'm not gonna be pretending that I can come up with like some more deeper lines if I can't even produce them in my head. You know what I mean? Then I'm just gonna be singing words that don't even make sense to me, and I don't believe in those words because I never use them. So I just build it from basically it's like a Play-Doh or like a Lego. It's like it's not like some extreme hardcore like contraption. When it comes to like the lyrics, it's just like
No, your English is on
whatever,
point.
man.
Like literally, you speak so quickly, so correctly. It's very impressive. But our readers have this question keeps coming up in Instagram.
Yeah.
We asked, "Do you guys have questions for Binny?" And some people say last year's entry seemed to draw on this rich kind of African vibe. There was some, I don't know, Afrobeat. There was some kind of rich African sound. And they say this year less so. Was that a conscious decision about?
Yeah. No, the thing is, I am basically Afro-European, as just by my roots and just by who I am as a person. But mainly, I wanted to express a different side of me. If people will take time to just go through some of my music, please not anything before 2016 because I was really finding myself. But whatever. Yeah, man. I'm trying to not be stuck in one genre. I'm trying to not be, that person that does Afro music, that person that does funk, pop, or rap. Because I've started, basically people started to know me or get to know me through rap music. So I was doing even that, I was doing all kinds of different genres. And I want to keep doing that. I never want to be labeled because my whole life until I started music, I was always labeled here. I'm like I was one of the very few people of color that was growing up in here. Basically, in my school, I was the only child that was like that. I was always labeled my whole life. I was that's the when people didn't even know my race, they was calling me that's the gypsy kid. Then when they found out that he's probably African, they were like that's the Negro kid. Then when they get to know that you're kind of mixed, so it's like you're this kind of color, then they that's the mulatto. I always had a label on me. Then I stopped eating animals. Then you had this kind of label. I always, for everything that you do, you gotta be labeled. And I hated that. So even when it comes to music, I wanted to be like. I never wanted to be that person that people are gonna be going, he's doing that Afro music. I don't like Afro. No, he's doing everything. If you listen to him, he can do anything because he's trying to be, like some of all music because I think that's way richer, way more interesting, way more giving, and it shuts more mouths, and I love that. Yeah.
It's so interesting. The internet can be a wonderful place bringing people together, but it also, social media can allow people to say things they should never say, that they would never say in real life. It brings out sort of racist inclinations sometimes. How do you deal with that as a multicultural artist?
Yeah, man, I was growing up in a kind of white country, as I already said. So I'm used to it since the day one. Since I found out, since I was in kindergarten, I didn't even know that I have a color until because you don't think that way if you're a child. I still remember the first day that I came to some kind of kindergarten, and then kids were like, "You're black. Do you like if I touch you, will I also be black?" Like these kind of like weird jokes and stuff. So I came home. I kept coming to my mom and I was like, "Yo, mom, this is happening. I don't want to be in this school or kindergarten or whatever." My mom always used to say, "Yo, this is your life. This is what it is. You better stop fighting it." and she told me this one line that I just keep, like carrying in like throughout my whole life, and that is like, if you're gonna be best in anything, people are gonna respect you no matter your color. So I'm just doing that, and like whatever I'm doing, I was just trying to be the best, and that kind of works. Like if I was winning competitions in snowboard, everybody shuts their mouth. If I was winning competitions in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, everybody, like they were like, yeah, singer, can he? But yes, okay, wow, all right, so he's a fighter. So like whatever I do, I always just try to be the best, so that people don't get to talk. And if people talk, then they were like, yo, what's this Negro doing? And then even people around me, they go like, yo, this Negro that you're talking about is actually the best in this, so shut the fuck up. So that's how I was fighting it, man. I think that's the best. I think like crying over like, spilled milk makes no sense. Plant-based milk makes no sense. But what makes sense is just like fighting it, just like by proving that you can do things, and that you can be just as good as other people around you. That's always worked for me.
That's lovely. That's really lovely. And someone actually on Instagram, they wrote a question, and this may relate. It's more about the music, but Mr. Jeffster on Instagram said, do you think your participation in any way contributes to the evolution of Eurovision in the Czech Republic?
Okay, well, that's an interesting question. Like, you mean for the Czech people, or for like the international market?
It could be both, actually. It could be, I guess, how you're changing what people think of as Eurovision, both at home and abroad.
No. I have to give credit here. I think already Mikolas Josef kind of did that, with Charlie Strait, with like Albert, Czerny. Like, these guys have done such an amazing work that people already here in Czech Republic, they look on Eurovision as like very like serious and like very, very nice event that like is worth the attention and is worth the respect that it's getting. So I wouldn't take it on me, to say that like, I'm changing the way that people think about it. No, that's not on me. That's their credit, definitely.
Now, your music video, we've got to talk about it. It's quite fun. You're referencing The Simpsons and Grease and The Shining and all these great TV shows and movies. But you were freezing at the time. You were like, if I read correctly, you were really cold. Could you tell us about the process?
Well, here I can say like, the thing is like, there were three songs that we were choosing from, and it was kind of long process, and everything like got picked. Let's say like if I think like 2 weeks ago, it would be too much, like the actual song. So then 2 weeks ago, you get to know which song it is. Then you have to shoot a video. There's no time to arrange anything, like elsewhere, else when. So you go for what you have, and we had like -5, -10, and that I don't even remember, but somewhere between like really, really cold weather plus heavy snows, everything. And we had to shoot like Grease scene in the summer in the cabrio, like in the drop top, with the. So yeah, it was kind of harsh, but like I'm used to it. Plus I've been ice dipping in freezing water the whole year, so I have nothing to complain about. But I have to say that Vanessa Hromadková, the main actress in the music video, she was like extremely brave, because she had to go through the same exact conditions, and like for like a young girl to be going through all of that. That's worth respect. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, yeah, I was freezing, and then girl next to me is just like, yo, really, bro? No, chill. So shout out to all the crew, and it's not even about me. Like, yo, I come there, I do my part, I do like one scene, other scene. I have to say that the scene next to the opening the car was like lying on the snow wasn't like the most pleasant thing. Yeah, it was kind of. It was challenging, but overall the team, the whole crew, like all the people behind the camera who had to prepare the shot, which takes like minimum like 40 minutes on that, in snow, like outside. They're the heroes, I'm there like, take the jacket off him. I come there, do my scene, then they put the jacket back on me. I'm like, yo, don't put the jacket, do your thing, don't worry about it. They're like, yo, no. So, I was pampered, I'm not gonna be like.
In the video, at one point,
the cat is amazing. Sorry, I would have to say, this is like, oh my god.
He's my child. I wouldn't kill for him, but I would do a lot for him.
Hell yes. What's his name?
He's Barnaby. He's very posh. He's a snob, as you can tell. It's all about him.
Wow, man! Everything is a pose. Like every time, look at him. Like everything is a pose.
Barnaby.
Like pose.
Well,
pose.
Oh, he's staring at you now. He hears you.
That Barnaby. Yeah,
Oh, I
sorry.
love him so much. Mm. He actually really likes country music. It's weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like when I put it on Spotify, he'll sit there and he just be very peaceful and zen. I'll test him with your music tonight. See how he
Oh
reacts.
no, no. If he likes country, he needs something calmer, like chilly. I'll come up with something though. I'll send you something for Barnaby that I'm working on.
Amazing. But in this video, you're like boxing at one point. Is that, about you beating yourself up, or is it just a scene, another scene? Like, does it have a special meaning?
Um, uh, so you have the lyrics that like go throughout the song, and where we were trying to express the lyrics every time with like a different movie, so metaphorically speaking, you can say that it's just like me fighting with something, but it wasn't that deep. It was more like, all right, so we have this part where like, yo, but I don't know what I did and stuff. So you're trying to express it in the funniest way. The song, this music video and the song was literally like the main message. When it comes to actual message, is it's just like me being honest about like trying to have fun in these times, and not over complicating things, and not overthinking things like I used to do when it comes to Kemama. When it comes to Kemama, there was like a lot of hidden messages and a lot of things that I wanted to talk about, a lot of things that I wanted to like reveal about like myself and the way that I think about certain things. But here, it's less about me. It is just more about like I just trying to tune into you, actually, to the viewer or spectator, and I'm just trying to give you positive energy, and it by any means necessary. I just want you to relax. I just want you to not think of anything. I really want you to smile. That was my mission. So nothing more deeper than that.
A lot of people are asking, it's early, but what are you planning for staging? And I just have to bring up your performance in Ukraine, in Vidbir, because this proved to me you don't need a lot of staging because you can move naturally and you sounded great. And I think a lot of people, when they saw the Vidbir performance, were like, he performs, y'all. He shows up. I mean, you don't seem as happy about that performance.
No, I hate it. I wish I could delete it, but it was impossible. So it's just gonna stay there forever. It's like the only reminder of like because like it takes time, especially also same with Kemama. Like for me, I need to be able to really perform the song well, to not think about the tunes. How do you call it, tunes or tones? How do you call it?
Yeah,
to hit the right notes or notes.
Yep.
Hit the right.
Notes is good.
Yeah. So to hit the right notes while performing, it's doable, and I can learn that, but it takes time. Like for me, you need like to practice it properly, like a lot and stuff. And like I didn't have the time properly to be on stage somewhere to listen to it in the headphones, because in the headphones it sounds slightly different. So the tuning wasn't perfect. Wasn't happy about it. Like I wasn't relaxed. I was even though I did something in there and I wasn't completely stiff. Like I know I can be way more relaxed. So that's just what I'm gonna be focusing on right now. Like to me, it was I really wasn't happy about it. Like honestly, wasn't happy about it. I can be so much better, and I'm so happy that I got the chance to do it again. So I'm gonna work on that way more, and it's just gonna be something completely different. If people like the Ukraine performance by like 10% at least, then they're gonna be really surprised from what's happening. They're gonna be really surprised because this is really nothing to do with what I can do.
Oh, okay. So when we see you in Rotterdam, you have a vision already.
Yeah.
And I know you can't tell us, but will you be moving?
Bro, I'll be moving so much. I'll be moving. I don't want to specify, but like I'm gonna be so, when I'm relaxed, I'm moving way different. And I know I can give like way more energy than when I'm thinking about things. And I was thinking about like a lot of things back then, because it was the first time that I would be in front of like international market, which is super new for me, and like was something that I was always wanted to try and always wanted to do. And I had it in my head instead of just having that thought of just like, yo, I'm here to have fun. So man, this is gonna be a whole different Benny. People should really be like, if people think I don't, chill.
Well, we will hype you. You're so humble. You're working with Marvin Dietmann, who is a famous stage director, done some brilliant shows like Conchita Wurst, of course. And you're going to have 4 dancers, we've read, 2 men, 2 women, and Benny at the center. Boy, we are ready. We are ready.
Man, thank you so much for all these kind of questions. Thank you for this amazing approach. Like you've been like super positive towards me. I really appreciate it, man. Like even like all those questions that you gave me so far, they're really nice. Like last year, I was kind of like drowning in like in reactions and stuff, and I was trying to like in between all of those like outlets, in between all of those like channels, I was trying to find out who am I really in the eyes of people, and I got lost in it to the point where I was doubting my own music, I was doubting my own self, I was doubting my performance then, and I could see it, like even in the Ukraine performance, you had it in they get to your head, like people, if you're not used to it. Like I'm used to my own market here, like people can tell me anything and it doesn't move me because I've been here for 10 years. I know what I'm doing, and I know, I know my flaws, and I know my qualities. But when it comes to international market, I didn't know it. So it was the first time that I put out something. So I was just like, I was curious. I wanted to know, and I got lost in it. And I'm not gonna do the same mistake again. So I'm cherry picking only the people that I can see that have good energy. Not necessarily like always have to be like positive, but I know that they at least are, somewhat, like vibing with me, so that I don't have to waste energy on like trying to, explain myself in from out of like a negative zone somewhere. Why would I do that to myself? So I just wanted to say, man, it's really nice, man. I really love it.
Oh,
everything
thank you
from the
so
start,
much.
man. Really, really nice energy. Thank you.
You're very kind. I appreciate that. And I also appreciate the fact you're vegan. It's really interesting because there are layers to you. Yes, there's music, of course. There's performance, but there is this rich kind of life outside of music. And being vegan and being an activist is actually very important to you, I've read. But most of it's in Czech, so I can't understand. What type of activism do you do?
Like for example, on 23rd of February, that's like the most recent. There's a vigil, which basically is we're going to be saying goodbye to the animals that are going to be slaughtered. So we're going to be going to like in front of the slaughterhouse, and we're just going to say, because there's animals that man, I don't want to. I'm a really sensitive person in this sense, but there's animals that have been living whole life in a cage where they can barely move, and they get zero love shown to them, and I just felt like it might be cool, just like outside of like obviously not eating meat, and like trying to show to my fans that like they can do like different kinds of choices that actually save them. So outside of that, and outside of obviously trying to support all of the new laws that could protect them at least from the complete torture, sometimes you just want to say and show a little bit of love to the animal that has not seen a light of day, has not seen any sign of love, and that, by the way, for example, pigs are just as, if not more, intelligent and way more sensitive than dogs and cats that we know and we love. So there's massive injustice. People are completely cut out from it because the industry is really strong. So they will never show you these images. You will never see that when you're buying it. So you are completely detached from it. So the least we can do is just show them sometimes that we care. So just so that they have like a little bit of water, a little bit of like human touch that isn't just beating. So yeah, so that's a form of activism, just to show love sometimes.
Wow.
To somebody that might need it, but it's it's such a small scale that you're doing. It's barely like it's barely worth the mention. When it comes to the animals, I'm still not doing anything, man. I have so many projects that I want to do, but it takes time to. I don't want to even talk about it, man. I'm sorry, I got lost in it. But as you said, there's layers to it. There's layers to it.
I gotta say, I really, your year of ESCZ, the We All Poop song and video, I thought was very powerful.
It was amazing, man.
And it really touched a lot of people, I think, who may not have discussed these issues. So go Eurovision for starting discussions. But to get back to happy, I want to ask you, have you listened to the Eurovision 2021 songs from other artists? Does it inspire you? What do you think?
I wanted to listen to it once like everything is like said and done when it comes to like my performance, because we're still working on like my own staging, my own like the way that we're gonna do costumes and everything, and I didn't want to get influenced by any others. So that's something that I do. It's something that I've adopted from Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, from competitions. When I'm flying around the world and fighting other people, like the most important thing is when you get on the like into the hall, into the like fighting area and stuff, you never look at your opponent until you're fighting them. And that, why is that? Is that because if you put that opponent's like artwork or like his like in that aspect, it would be like his size, his muscle, muscularity, his like like his looks, his tattoos, like all of that, it gets to your head even before you fight, and then it kind of like already changes you a certain way, and it changes your style of fighting. So same goes for me when it comes to like music, when it comes to making albums. Like when I'm somewhere doing some kind of project, be it Eurovision, first thing that I want to do is make sure that all of my things are done and I'm not influenced by anybody else. I'm not, because it even works like submental. I don't even know that word, but like I don't even check. But like you don't have to realize it, but it will get to you. For example, if somebody does a song that is like this or dances like this, then you're like, oh, I can't dance like that because that person is dancing like that in the video. But that person might not use it in the real life, and then you just like shut the door for a whole part of your possible like performance. So with that being said, I do not want to see anything. And then even like I have like people on my team are like, have you seen this? Have you seen that? I'm like, yo, don't show me, don't tell me. I don't need, and I don't mean it out of disrespect. I don't mean it like obviously I'm looking forward to meet all the other participants, and I can't wait to make friends. Can't wait to like spend some time with them if conditions allow us. But not until all of my things are ready, so that I'm not influenced by anybody else.
That makes a lot of sense. You're keeping it pure, keeping it Benny, keeping your zen, your focus.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, look, Benny, thank you so much for this beautiful interview. I feel like we've
Thank you, man.
learned about the person, not just the singer, and it's really nice to see the many layers. You're an onion.
Man,
Do you have a
thank you
final
so much.
message for all of your fans out there in Eurovision world?
For all my fans out there in Eurovision world, it's what would be the message, man? It's probably something that I've been already saying throughout this whole interview. Thank you, by the way, so much for all the questions that like led me to say things that I didn't even know about myself. But overall, I just wanted to say, like, yeah, last year I tried to like introduce myself. Some people might might remember some some part of it, might remember some parts of the song that might have told them something about me. This year I just want to have fun, and I hope you guys will receive as much of the energy that I'm trying to, and I'll be trying to channel through myself and my team. And I'm really happy and proud to be part of this journey. And can't wait, man. Let's do this. Thank you, man.
From Kemama to Omaga, he is Benny Cristo, slaying another day. Thank you.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.